Well, this is the last couple minutes of Week 8, Green Bay at Buffalo. So let's see if Green Bay can do something. Oh, Buffalo has it. So
Green Bay. Now they take their final timeout. Here's some of the chippy stuff.
Started in the tunnel and it did not change throughout the
game. Yep, that's what's happening.
All night long. Mike, you're right. It started back in the division. I don't know what that is. It's sort of like the sword fighter, sort of putting the sword back in the holster sheath. What is that called?
Holster.
They got a holster for no. That is a pistol.
That's just a formation. Look, even right now, like this chitting and chatting's going on here, and the umpire's just trying to keep peace. Mark Palestrino, just get back here, guys. Let's calm down. You know, I will say in this new stadium that they built, I hope there are 2 tunnels. So we get stuck to one tunnel. We saw that embarrassing show in college football last night with Michigan State and Michigan going up the same tunnel in Ann Arbor, and we saw that was a little bit of where it all got started tonight with these guys.
So, not over, right? But you have to have a stop soon.
Green Bay out of timeout's going to have to do it on this side of the 2-minute warning. Get the ball back with any hope. 3:30 to go. The Packers are staring at 3-5 with a trip to Detroit on a 4-game losing streak next week, and then a game against Dallas. Dalvin's brother takes it to the 46-yard line. James Cook, the younger brother of the Viking star, and the Vikings are running away with this division at the moment. We have an injured Packer player, Preston Smith, down for a moment. With 3:14 to go in this one, and Green Bay out of timeouts.
And they're booing, right? They think they're taking advantage of the system or whatever, which makes me laugh a little bit because back in the day, the Buffalo Bills were pretty good at when we were doing our hurry-up offense, they would blatantly just have somebody lay down. It wasn't against the rules, I guess, at the time, but way back when.
Here's Preston Smith on the edge. And then in the 90s, it happened to the Bills often because that K-gun offense run by Jim Kelly, they'd love to go at a breakneck pace, and teams would try to find a way to slow them down. I mentioned Minnesota. The Vikings' victory today over Arizona gets them to 6-1, and this will be like one of those great weeks. You got a chance to rest, get as healthy as you can off the bye week. You win a home game, and as you win that home game, the rest of the division loses. Lions lost to Miami, Bears lost to Dallas, and you could be looking at a 4-game margin in the loss column, plus already a Green Bay Minnesota game in the books. So the opening week win gives them essentially a 4.5-game margin over the Pack.
Here's the play. Have to have it right here.
3rd and 7. That clock restarting to run. Allen milking it. And he will boot and wait for Rashawn Gary and throw it sideline incomplete. He overthrew Jake Cooper, but there's a flag down on the opposite side of the field. Way away from where Allen was rolling out. And we have ineligible downfield, so they'll decline that. And with the incompletion, stop the clock, and at least gave him some more time.
Ineligible player downfield, offense number 73. The penalty is declined. Result of the play is 4th down.
Sean Gary on the outside, dealing with the concussion all week, and able to maintain the contain. We've seen him with that issue a few times, but he is their star pass rusher. And for the Packers to get back in this race, he's going to need 10-12 sacks on the year.
Sam Martin on to punt. We'll see if the Packers can get any pressure on him. That is well blocked up by the special teams of the Bills and Aaron Rodgers. Single fair catch made it at the 17. Chiefs head to the crowd on a flag for the contact. It is not coming. 2:34 to go.
Plenty of time, really is. I mean, you're going to probably have to have an onside kick or something to make this truly happen, but plenty of time. We've seen Aaron Rodgers do a lot more than this in 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
With Randall Cobb, Jordy Nelson, and Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Now it's got to be Dobbs and Toure.
But you're also going against a couple of replacement safeties on the back end. Now you just have to think about protection. Now you have to think about number 40, Von Miller, on the outside, and how are you going to block him?
I mean, this is usually the time of the game that he gets the quarterback on the ground. NFL's active sack leader, number 40, bottom of the screen. Rodgers throws it to the left to Tunyon. Good move by Robert Tunyon to get 9 out of that. 2:25 to go.
And because they're fairly cautious on the back end now, you'll see Rodgers, as he did on that last drive, will have some opportunities to buy time, move around a little bit, see if he can find one of these young wideouts ad living again.
2:07 to go. Rodgers incomplete. Romeo Dobbs out of bounds, and let's see. Well, the clock went from 2:01 to 2 minutes there, and was whistled out of bounds. I don't know if they're going to put that second back on the clock. We'll get Green Bay one more play.
Are you recording this?
This is the final warning. 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
So, 2 minutes left here in Orchard Park. Buffalo Bills trying to close in on win number 6 of the season. Packers trying to drive it and make it a one-score game. 2-minute situation to make it a one-score game. Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, 41-yard line. Nate Edmonds starts the tackling part in. The clock will run. Can they get anything downfield during the break for the 2-minute warning? Sammy Watkins has his leg being worked on the sideline. He is not in the lineup.
And you can tell this group does not really know how to run this 2-minute offense because he's having to spoon feed it across. That took a lot of time.
30 to go. Von Miller double team. But chasing Rodgers anyway. That time Russo got to him. The pass was incomplete.
Never made it back to the line of scrimmage, but he was outside the pocket and had somebody in the area. Yeah, I thought that we were going to see Rodgers step up and through with Vaughn going the wide route over there, but he got shut off to this side as well by Jordan Phillips. Forced him to scramble left. So you really need a catch and run sort of play here. You need something with somebody going vertically up the middle. Aaron Jones, perhaps. Robert Tunyon. Somebody needs to have a catch and run here.
Amari Rodgers, Romeo Dobbs, top of the screen, throwing that way. And it's caught by Rodgers. Amari Rodgers takes it to the 37.
Rodgers pass to Rodgers.
71 seconds to go. Almost caught one like that on
Makes
the opposite
sense.
sideline against Washington last week. Aaron Rodgers trying to hand signal out. Final minute. And Rodgers flings it out of bounds, incomplete over the head of Toure, who was covered.
Just too slow. I mean, you can tell that this group has not been playing together in 2-minute offenses because in that situation with the time running down like
Less
that,
than a minute
if
left
you're
to
gonna take
play.
that much time throwing out of bounds, you might as well just spike the football and gotten it all organized.
Again, the 3 receivers who they're missing, Chris, with Randall Cobb being out, the injury to Christian Watson earlier, and no Alan Lazard in this one, who was the one guy, as you watched last week's game, that's the one guy he trusted. There's Randall Cobb listening to the plays. On the injured reserve ankle injury, out a minimum of a couple more weeks. 2nd and 10. Rodgers looking to escape, throws on the run, incomplete. Just threw it in the middle of the field there. And we're down to 48 seconds remaining. From here, a field goal would be 55 yards.
Yeah, it wouldn't totally shock me to see Aaron take something short over the middle. Possibly even if they don't come up with it, you kick the field goal, you got an onside kick anyway.
It's really impossible for Green Bay to win unless they're able to score a touchdown and they're able to pick it, get down the field, and get a field goal, tie it out in overtime, hopefully get the ball. Only way it happens.
What you want to do to sprint on the field if it's completed short of the first down.
And Rich Bisaccia, the special teams coach, doing that right now on the sideline. Rodgers throws the
Come on,
middle
turn it
line,
off.
contact incomplete.
Trent, talk to
We're
you.
flying on Edmonds. The pass was intended for Toure. And let's see when they try the field goal with Crosby. Yes. They will here in the wing, which is very rare this time of the year in Orchard Park. Crosby has not attempted a 50-yard field goal this year, as long as 48 against the Jets. Going the opposite direction, he hit from 56. It's going to be 55.
They're along 58, so he has done this before.
The timeout taken by Buffalo.
Buffalo took a
33
timeout.
seconds to go.
How would Buffalo take a timeout? It's dumb.
Sometimes I think you could go the opposite of that. So here's my theory on this. If you could throw, you like my
You're
theory.
gritty. You got something cooking here. What do you got?
No. But why couldn't you throw a couple of Hail Marys on first and second down? You know you're going to have to hit one anyway. We always talk about it in reverse. You can take the field goal. So why not, when they're not totally playing the Hail Mary,
Go for it.
just go ahead and throw a couple in the end zone? See what happens.
Scoff, if you will. Crosby hit a 57-yarder a couple of years ago.
55 yards, I believe.
38-year-old for 55.
55. Picks up. No good. Way left. To left.
So many times the snap and hold has to be just flawless. This one was a little low, and it just, because you really want to take that home run swing, right? And when it's not just sitting there perfectly.
Crosby has the 8 longest field goals in Packer history, but it's also towards the back end of his career, year 16, the second longest tenured Packer. And that's the way it's gone for Matt LaFleur this year, and now it's going to be 3-5 and trying to pick up the pieces. A 4-game losing streak, and Aaron Rodgers and his team showed some fight. The Buffalo Bills had a great stretch in that first half. They scored on 4 consecutive possessions, and they have the best